people in the 254, the 256, and beyond. Welcome to the one and only show that serves you an endless buffet of hoops, fashion, and entertainment. It is the second episode of the third season of Baqe, coming to you from the home courts of the University of Nairobi, the defending champions of the UBL. And as always, your masters of ceremonies. It's your girl Slalio Ward together with the MC of all MCs, Mr. DNG.
Thank you very much for that introduction. Give me a high five. That's how we do it. East Africa's #1 hyper, Mr. DNG in the flesh. And you know what? I'm super excited to be here. Just smell that. Comrade Power, University of Nairobi. And you know what? For the folks at home, we have a wicked show lined up for you. From trash talking Yak Mountain to a wicked road trip to the Rift Valley. But before we get this UBL underway, what's the word on the street?
DNG, there's lots happening in the league right now. First off, the conferences have had to be slightly reconfigured to accommodate the increasing number of teams. And we'll be discussing that further, but also some interesting news surrounding the star players that we've been following. For instance, Alex Lugasi, the silent assassin.
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
Oh, for sure.
Now, he used to play for Masinde Muliro in the ZUBL, and if you remember, they lost in the Western Conference playoffs. But you know what? Even though they lost, someone still noticed the talent that was Alex Lugasi. His impressive skills and his shooting accuracy got him a spot in the coveted, the legendary Kenya Ports Authority squad. KPA.
Oh my goodness.
That's what's up.
That's a big deal indeed. I remember us hanging out with the guy in the studio. You know, it's like this high, and he's so shy. He doesn't talk much, but he's super talented. I remember him scoring 47 points against USIU at Now Stadium. Crazy stuff. And immediately did that. The fans, especially female fans, were so many just adding him and friend requesting him and DMing that guy. And now that he's in KPA and the KBF, how many fans do you think he's going to have on his Facebook page?
Listen, DNG, I don't know, but I confess that I am one of them. Our hats off to him, and we'll be following on his progress later on in the season. But for now, there's something that we've been wanting to do for a very long time.
Yo, as you all know, basketball is a bad boy sport. It's all about yak mouthing and trash talking on and off the court.
That's right, that's right. Trash talking has always been a major part of the game, whether it's being used as an intimidation tactic, and some teams even use it as part of their overall strategy.
Even in the NBA, internationally speaking, there's some players who are notorious for this trash talking. Let's talk about Michael Jordan.
Yes.
One of the most notorious. We also have Papa Shaq O'Neal, man. That guy, just imagine him towering over you, telling you know what, I'm going to smack you, boy.
Bad news.
You're
Bad
like,
news.
I just want to pass the ball. But you know what, let's bring it back home right here in the UBL. Let's check this out.
You can't do this. I'm the man.
I think we need to just teach them what we are.
What the?
I trash talk people on the court as my first weapon of defense.
It's a mental game.
It's time to make them people go silly. After this, we're gonna be singing a milli. I'd rather reefer to defer. If you got reefer, smoking hot, everybody wanna get the beefer, then you gonna call me the Mr. Big Sheep.
When a player trash talk, we usually want them the first time.
It demoralizes my opponents. Basically, it's all about the psychology, mentality. Once you mess with the mentality of someone, he's out of the game.
To me, it demoralizes the big man who is manning me, especially when she's slim or not big like me.
Nairobi, we're coming for you!
We ain't underdogs. We are the real challengers.
I'd rather reefer to defer. If you got reefer, smoking hot, everybody
Mostly trash talk, they start.
We're coming for you. I haven't offended anyone, I'm just speaking. But if you find it offensive, too bad.
Long one-armed pass by Robert Simeyu, and he gets fan base.
Next time, play defense. Yes.
So Silale, how do you verbally bully your opponents?
Oh, DNG, you know how I do. But you know what I learned from the greatest trash talkers of all times? He doesn't play basketball, and he's not you, so please.
I'm
stop,
the greatest of all
stop brushing
time.
your shoulders up, okay? It would be a crime not to mention this dawn of trash talking. I'm talking about Mr. Float Like a Butterfly.
Davido, Skelewu.
No,
Right?
Muhammad Ali.
That's Muhammad Ali.
That's Muhammad Ali.
Dancing
You
Lingala.
don't see me floating.
You don't see Muhammad Ali dancing Lingala. Your impression of Muhammad Ali is whack.
Ebu do an impression.
I don't remember Muhammad Ali. I remember Tyson biting off Evander Holyfield's earpiece.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna
Shaka
disregard.
Khan.
Were you born in 95?
He had like, what's this, K9 teeth?
Dismissed. Moving on, moving on. Now, last season we went to a campus, and I'm sure you remember this one because of the host.
Oh, how can I forget? Egerton University. We had an amazing tour of that particular campus by Miss, former Miss Egerton University. And she was really hot. Didn't get me her number, but she was hilarious. Like, ha!
We went back to hang out with the Egerton University assassins, and here's what went down.
This is Egerton University. You're now watching Baqe on Zuku Sports.
Egerton boasts for diversity. Yeah, diversity in our players and the oneness, togetherness. That's Egerton. Zuku is a big platform for players, basically upcoming university players who haven't gotten the chance to play in the Premier Leagues.
The experience has been awesome, fast, and people have learned a lot from it because we've interacted with teams that maybe they never met during friendlies, yeah.
We've traveled places. We've played against good teams. We've won some, lost some. I've at least tested my game against the big contestants, the likes of Must, the likes of Maseno.
This year we're expecting that it will be much better, much bigger.
My expectations are to reach the highest level possible.
Our rival team, obviously, Maseno University.
Maseno has been a thorn in the flesh to Egerton for a long time. So basically Maseno have good guards. So the guards in our team, we've tried to step up shooting, driving, and also post plays for the big men.
As a team away from B-ball, we like to hang around.
Just around the corner, there is some place, it's called Taton. Okay, my teammates, we love food. B-ballers, we come from the court in the evening, we are so tired. So what we want is food. We go there, make a lot of jokes about everybody, such stuff, eat a lot.
This is what this coke.
The chief guy. Yeah.
The chief. If I were arrested today and I had a phone call, I had a chance to call one of my teammates to bail me out, I'll go with my captain. He is Frank Otieno. Yeah, apart from being the player, he's a leader.
We call him Sonko. Okay, he'll come bail me out any day.
The one phone call will go to Joe Court. He knows a lot of policemen. Asante sana.
Welcome back to Baqe. It's time for us to travel back to Egerton University to see what's happening on court in the West. It's the 5th week of the Zuku University Basketball League where amazing things happen. And the action takes us to Egerton University where Egerton Joro campus are up against Egerton Nakuru. Egerton Joro stamping their authority early with a turnaround hook shot by number 12, Willis Ochieng. There's some nice ball movement on offense from Joro as their great spacing gives them more opportunities for plays to the hoop. Ocheng again in the post with a turnaround hook shot. I'm seeing a pet move here that can't be stopped. Egerton Nakuru starting to wake up as number 13, Sydney Kariuki with the catch and shoot. Nakuru with the steal and fast break opportunity. Great patience displayed by number 7, Kelvin Hillel, shaking his opponent off first before taking care of business. Nakuru again with a dribble J, can't get it to go, but what an alley-oop finish by Hillel. The fans like that one. We're going to have to see some more boxing out on defense, fellas. As the game winds down, number 6, Vanna Obonyo weaves between all defenders with a center drive straight to the hoop. It's a beautiful way to end the game, and Egerton Joro come out on top, beating Egerton Nakuru 58 to 35 points. Our second game of this sunny afternoon sees Egerton Nakuru matched up with Kabarak University. Kabarak with a great give and go situation. Number 13, Chris Lani completely left his defender behind. Egerton Nakuru with the chance to respond. And number 11, Kelvin Lubanga with the answer. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Number 11, Emmanuel Baraza wide open for the J. It's an air ball. Egerton Nakuru back down the floor in transition. They're being very patient with the ball. And number 9, Peter Odhiambo sees an opening and goes for it. Egerton Nakuru showing a lot of confidence in their hometown. Going into the half here, and Kabarak University trailing 19 to 27 points as they still fight to find their legs. Number 14, Jeremy Aliva, not going down without a fight, gets the 3. Kabarak again with a long pass to number 8, Alan Ruto behind the backboard. He finishes and gets the and 1. Lubanga with a coast-to-coast response as Kabarak extend their lead in the fourth quarter here. Kabarak with time for one more play as Aliva streaks to the basket, rejected. It's the last act of defiance for Egerton Nakuru, who still fall to Kabarak University 45 to 37 points. That's some solid basketball coming from the Western Conference, and we can only expect to see greater things coming from that side of the country. I'm here with the professor, and we're going to be demonstrating to you the fundamentals of dribbling. Welcome, Professor.
Thank you, Slali, and I'm glad to be back.
Great.
How are you doing?
I'm excellent.
That was some good games, right there.
Very, very good.
Yeah. And, we noticed for the last 2 seasons that there's a gap between the elite players and the other normal players. However much they've got passion and enthusiasm, many of the players don't have the right fundamental skills to be able to make them better basketball players. And you have rightly put it, today we're going to get into the dribbling skill, which is basic because dribbling is one of the means by which we advance the ball up the floor to be able to do what? Attack and score the basket.
Right.
Yeah, so the first problem is the stance. Your feet need to be shoulder width apart, your knees 90 degrees bent. If you have the ball, you pocket the ball to protect it from the defender. And last but not least, your eyes need to be looking up the floor. Then from that position, you can either do 3 things. 1, shoot the ball. 2, dribble the ball, which we're going to discuss today. And 3, pass the ball. So if you go into the dribbling stance, we need to maintain the same position and dribble the ball by your side. Your dribble cannot be above your waist. Your offhand needs to be across the path, protecting the ball too. So you're protecting the ball with your offhand and your body away from the defender. So once you have understood that, then now we teach the players how to advance up the floor. If you're advancing up the floor under pressure, you maintain the same stance. Body between the defender and your ball, waist high dribble, low stance, looking up, offhand protecting the ball. That's 1. 2, if there's no pressure on you and you're actually running up the floor, your stance is a bit different because you have lifted yourself off the floor a little bit and your dribble now is a toss in front. Then once the players now can be able to advance up the floor, then you introduce a change of direction. In the change of direction, we're going to learn the 4 basic change of direction moves. The first one is a crossover. So you're advancing up the floor with the right hand, then the defender comes and blocks your direct path on the right hand. You just dribble the ball across your body and switch to the left hand. That's a crossover. 2 is the between the legs dribble. Same stance. The ball is in your right hand, you're advancing up the floor. the defender comes and blocks your direct path on the right hand, you just dribble the ball between your legs and into the left hand and switch and continue in that direction. In essence, you have only changed the direction you're dribbling in, but your direct path will not be necessarily affected by that dribble. You're advancing up the floor, then the defender comes, very good defender, he comes and blocks you off your direct path, you just put it behind your back, they've gone, you continued. And then last but not least is a spin move. The defender comes to block your path, so you step in to the defender, then use that momentum to spin around the defender and switch to your left hand and advance up the floor, leaving the defender for dead wherever he or she is.
Thank you very much, Professor. Those are some simple but fundamental lessons of dribbling that I'm sure many players are going to benefit from.
I hope so.
And I understand that next week we'll be talking about the fundamentals of passing.
That's correct, because that's the next step in advancing the ball up the floor.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Professor. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Baqe is going to go on a very short break, but when we come back, we'll be taking you behind the scenes to see what this season of the CUBL is all about. I'm talking about the players, I'm talking about the social media, I'm talking about the people behind the cameras. So y'all keep it locked. You're watching Baqe.
Welcome to Being Interactive. Basically, what we're doing in essence is allowing people to discover the passion of the game, discover the passion of the players, of the fans, of the whole basketball culture in Kenya. We're on board in this project to really use digital media to take this sponsorship, this league, this whole basketball culture to the next level. Just like rugby is understood, football is understood, we're looking to make basketball understood.
Fast break, Jeffrey
For the Baqe show, we are going to have more live interaction with the fans during the show. We're going to have more emotive content, things that the fans will understand, things that are bigger than just the basketball game itself. And for the league itself, we're actually going to have some activations during the game that are really socially led. Universities will be kind of beefing it out before the game. The fans will be able to challenge the stars of the game. So we're not only focusing on what's happening online, we're also looking to improve the experience while people are at the game. These guys who come religiously to every game to watch their favorite team or their favorite university, there's something behind it. It's not about the scores, it's about the passion they have. The people who come to the game will have a special experience discovering the passion of ZUBL League, and that will lead to a bigger sustainability, because next league will have a bigger fan base of people who actually now follow it, not necessarily because of the players or the games, but because of the culture that they've been introduced to.
Intro take 2.
We're now on season 3 of Baqe, which means we've had season 1 in Kenya and season 2 in Uganda to really get to know the ins and outs of the ZUBL. One of the amazing things about the first season of Baqe was how we saw certain characters just really come to the fore. We were able to go and tell the story of people like Alex Lugasi and a whole host of players in the league who have done it really, really well, but are not particularly well known outside of the league. Now, they've become huge figures. I think one of the differences between season 1 and season 3 is just how much we're going to be delving behind the scenes, just how much we're going to get to know more of the characters in the ZUBL. We're going to be on the side of the court, we're going to be talking to coaches and officials, but we're going to also be really experiencing really close up the excitement of the games, the tension, the passion for the game, and we're going to be discovering that passion with our audience, taking them behind the scenes and really getting a feel for what goes on behind the ZUBL.
This is one of the hottest basketball properties I've seen on the entire continent of Africa. We thought it could be, and now we're 100% sure that it is. The whole country now, players across the country are excited about getting on TV. It's just as simple as that.
When it started last season, people are not really sure what it's going to be like.
The progression has been rapid. We expected success, but we had no idea we'd be this successful and it would be this popular this quickly.
This season you have very big teams coming in like Strathmore, and it kind of changes the dynamics for the teams that dominated so much last season. MKU, as much as they're upcoming, they have the greatest following. What we have decided to do for those big games with such kind of buzz, we're looking into having evening games or night games where we can pull the crowds, pull the following for the teams, set the hype, set the agenda for the games. We need the numbers.
Us guys are going to come out of Nairobi as champions because we are the ones who represent Nairobi. Last time we were in the finals in Nairobi, and this time we're also going to be in the finals.
The baddest thing about Strathmore is that the team is composed and made up of the best talents in the country.
I think we're going to make a real big statement this time. We want to start with a big impact and silence our critics since we know we have a lot of them.
The opponents, woo, they're in for a run.
We're going to make a point, especially remembering our last game with MKU Nyayo. We're back to prove a point.
MKU Thika, that was a real battle. But this time round, wow. Last season was the trials. This season, season one.
You know what? This season of the ZUBL is looking really, really exciting.
And the trash talking is endless. First of all, Strathmore. Why is everyone hating on the new kids on the block?
Yo, what I can say is that the old boys in the game are just afraid. These people are scared, yo. You see, the thing is, this new person, Strathmore, has come in with new energy, new flavor, new vibe, so they're threatened. You know what I mean? It's like that cool new student in the class who checks in and all the chicks are like, woo, what's his name? So all the people are jealous, you know what I mean? That's why they hated.
That was you.
I was a new kid on the block, always, you know, suspensions, expulsions. But look at me now, headmaster.
All right.
Look at me now.
Calm down, calm down. Now, what about Daystar? Daystar talking trash for days, but they can't back it up.
Daystar,
back it up.
Daystar's like a chihuahua. Have you ever seen a chihuahua?
Yes.
Chihuahuas are those dogs that just, you know, small dogs, man, like, they're like sausage dogs that got a makeover.
But squished a bit.
Yeah, squished a bit. They're like compacted in like a box. Not like a carton for Jays. That's a Chihuahua. So a Chihuahua thinks that he's a German Shepherd.
Right.
But he doesn't know. So, you know, so he's got the loudest bark, but he's got the softest bite. It's like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? That's Daystar.
This right here is how you trash talk.
Yo.
No, for the social media fanatics, D&G, get them with the links.
Yo, you know, if you're a Daystar fan, tweet me, man, at Baqe Nation. Let's hear what you gotta say, you small Chihuahua person. You know, just back and can't even dunk. No, what kind of Chihuahua is that? If you're on Facebook, Daystar Chihuahua person, go to our page, yo. That's Baqe. And of course, you know, if you just want to see a real Chihuahua photograph, we're gonna put it on the site www.zubl.org.
That's right, that's right. Discover the passion of trash talking, of hooping, right here on Baqe. We'll see you guys next week, 8:30 p.m. on Zuku Sports. We out.